Hello guys, and welcome to turn number 6 of Operation Varsity. Let's do some housekeeping first. I forgot that we should have had a battle here in A14 because I declared war on Finland. I took Valkyrie, so that coastal defense ship here should have been in a battle with all the ships here from the Russians. So let's roll that out quickly. I have 3 submarines, 3 destroyers, a light cruiser and a heavy cruiser, and Finland has a coastal defense ship. Already put all the dice here on my battle board. As you can see, 3 orange dice for subs, 3 green dice for the destroyers, the light cruiser and a heavy cruiser, and of course coastal defense ship is defending with a 6. So let's start right away with the submarines. I hope that I get first strike, and yeah, I get it. So that's a 1, so there will be no defense roll for the coastal defense ship, so we can remove that one. Now let's take a look at China. CCP has 6 IPP, and I will spend 4 IPP on a mountain infantry. I will save the other 2 IPP, and yeah, let's do some non-combat moves because we don't have any other combat move here. What we have here on this big stack, all of them will move to Sichuan. That means I have to keep those 2 militias in Shensi, sorry for the shaky hands, and this fella here goes to the stack because this stack is now located here in Sichuan. That's about it for non-combat movement. I will keep these units here in Sikang together with the mountain infantry from KMT. And yeah, so that means I can proceed with the recruitment roll, and at a 6 or less I actually will get this recruitment roll. Hope for the best, and we got it. So that's another infantry for the CCP, and that will be placed in Sikang to support the guys over there. And I think I will bring the mountain infantry. Oh, that's a good question here. There's a good chance that Japan will attack here in Sikang. So let's put the mountain infantry over there, support the troops here in Sikang. So now we have a mountain infantry, a militia, 3 infantry, and a KMT mountain infantry in Sikang. 2 militia in Shensi, Sichuan. What we have here on the task marker, so that's a militia, 2 mountain infantry, 10 infantry, 3 cavalry, and we have 3 militias in Suyan, 2 militia in Hopei, and that's about it. Next up, recruitment roll for Mongolia. Let's hope. Yes. And that's another successful roll. So let's put an infantry into Kerulan. And next up will be the recruitment roll for Spain. Spain, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 territories, so I need a 4 or less, and that was not successful, but that's okay. From a previous turn, I got some generous allies player who provided me an upgrade for a militia in Catalonia. So one of these militias, in total 4, will be upgraded. So I will have then 3 militias in Catalonia, but another infantry. So out of these 5, you will get 6 in total. So let's put a red chip underneath. No other changes here. So still 6 infantry, 3 militia, medium bomber, and the fighter, and the heavy cruiser in port. All right, now let's talk about Russia. Russia has 30 IPP. I don't spend any of it. What I will do is I will do some tech rolls. No, not tech rolls. I will start with my income increase with the 1d6, and I hope for the best. And 4 is good. Yeah, I take that. So Russia goes up from 20 to 24, same level as Japan. So next up will be tech charts. I will roll for advanced mechanized, no modifier here. I need a 7 or higher, and it's a 10. Go up one stage, joining the French and Germans. Next up will be advanced artillery. I have a +1 here. Let's go for the best, and we get a 12. That moves up, and next up will be improved factories at a 7 or higher, and that's an 11. Again, 3 out of 4. That's pretty good. Strategic rockets, my last one. I need a 9 or higher, so that's a difficult one to get. Okay, I keep this black die. It's really great. Out of 8 tech rolls, I succeeded with 7. That's incredible. So that was pretty good. Again, I spent nothing on this turn, but I will have some combat moves. And so there will be no declaration of war. Great leader is quite satisfied with the situation now, but we will see combat here in southern India, and I will bring the infantry from northern Iran. I will bring 3 infantry from Azerbaijan into the battle, and also the cavalry from Azerbaijan, and the cavalry from Transcaucasus will go 1 and 2. Join the guys here. I will also attack Eastern Anatolia with the artillery from Transcaucasia and 1 infantry from Armenia. And I will also bring 1 airborne unit from Leningrad. So the air transport will have a movement of 7 because there's an airport here. Yep. So he will fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, land in Transcaucasus, and of course we'll bring the airborne unit with it against the Turkish militia. As mentioned, no other combat moves. Yeah, that's about it. Let's start with Iran. So there's an infantry and a militia, and I will put all these units on the battle board. I want to make sure I don't mess that one up. And it's mountain territory, so it could be really bad run here. Let's start with rolling some dice. So that's about it. In total, 4 infantry at a 1. We got 2 cavalry at a 2 against a militia at a 2 and an infantry at a 4. So let's see. Maybe we can get 1 hit with the infantry here, but I need a 1, so that will be difficult to manage. 4 dice, more or less. Got 1 hit. So that's the militia and 2 cavalry, and there is another hit. So I got 2 hits on my first round of attacks. So the militia is done, and also the infantry, but they will defend. So the black die will be for the infantry and the orange one for the militia. And there's 1 hit, so I will remove 1 cavalry. So that's done. I take southern Iran with 4 infantry in total and 1 cavalry. Right, next up will be the Battle of Eastern Anatolia. There's the Turkish militia, which comes here. Guys from Iran there. Done here. So we have an airborne unit, we have the artillery, and we have the infantry. Let's use the infantry over there. So the artillery goes down 1 because of mountain territory, and the infantry got boosted. And the airborne unit is also at a 2, and the militia is defending with a 2. So let me start first with the first strike of the artillery. No hit. Next up, the infantry and the airborne unit. No hit. The militia defending. No hit. So now we have a 1 and 2 2s because the airborne unit is, has now reduced attack value. So that's a 12. The 2, so the infantry and the artillery, no hits, and the militia defending, no hit. Okay, let's speed that up a little bit. I will use the black die for the airborne unit at a 1, and the 2 orange one are the artillery and the infantry. And no hits, the militia defending at a 2, and they're scoring a hit. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so I will remove the airborne unit, and I will try one more time. Artillery and infantry. There's the hit I need. That's a 1. And the militia. I hope no hit. Yes. So I take Eastern Anatolia with an artillery and a infantry. Okay, let me show you how that looks like. So we have now an artillery and an infantry here in Eastern Anatolia. And I should also put a roundel here into southern Iran. Problem is I don't get the income for the captured territories. So I will get that later. The air transport lands in Transcaucasia. So what we will do now is we will have some non-combat movement. And first things first, we will rail the motorized infantry from, what is that? Chita. The motorized will rail from Chita all the way to Orekursk. Then we have the cavalry from Stalingrad will move 1-2 to Orekursk. Then we have we will leave these units there. We will move these 2 from Crimea up to Taurida. We will keep the border empty. And now the 2 light tanks, they go to Leningrad. The 4 guys from Valkyrie, they will stay there. And I think, yeah, we will move this guy down to Karelia, or even more. Let me think about it for a moment. Yeah, let me place this guy to, or rail this guy to Kiev. No, even better, we make it a little bit different. So this guy from Kola will rail all the way down to Transcaucasia, joining the air transport there. And we will also, now that's a bit tricky. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, let's put the fighters into Smolensk as well as the tactical, and I just realized that's a bad idea. Okay, sorry guys, we'll get to that. Let's keep the fighters, and the wait a second, the tactical can go down to Smolensk. All right, let's leave it like that. No other moves here in the east in Siberia, but we have movement of these torpedo boat destroyer. Will move 1 and 2 and arrive in A14, and this sub will I think it will move back. It will move back to A8 to have somebody over there watching the polar bears, keep track of them. And I think that's it for the Russian turn. Yeah, as I mentioned, there are lots of things happened here. The Germans have killed the British fleet again, and the Italians are getting closer to Cairo, which is kind of dangerous. And the German DAK has arrived. And well, let's see how this this turns out. Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's see, I will get, I have saved 30 IPP, I will get 24, so that's a total of 54 IPP for my next turn. Yeah, it's not too bad, and I think we just leave it like that. Turning things over to Major Foe with Japan, and I also think this will be a very interesting round to see which direction he will go. He has many choices and also many enemies to attack here. Alright guys, that's about it. Wish you a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, and hand things over to Major Foe. Alright, 5-star out, bye bye.